तानुष मुझे
Alright, I'm
पोस्ट भेजा है,
starting.
थोड़ा सा इम्पोर्टेंट है वो, तो डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो सकता हूँ बीच में मैं.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Youthcast. Today we've got not just two. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Youthcast. This one's a special episode because we've not just got the three of us and one guest, but we've got three guests. On my right, we've got Aryan Karwal, an aspiring lawyer. Over here, we've got Lisa Wahi. I don't know what she wants to do, to be honest. And on my left, we have Kabir Bhardwaj, an aspiring musician slash producer slash whatever the term is for whatever you do. So today we're going to be talking about exams and the entire college application experience.
Again, as we mentioned, if you haven't already seen the previous episodes to know what me, Swayam and Samar want to do in college, you should probably do that first. But continuing on with this episode of Youthcast,
#club.
we'll just start off with a question just to keep things rolling. So the first thing that I'd like to ask you guys, given the fact that midterm exams are coming for pretty much every Indian student, while studying for a test or exam, do you feel like you're studying for some sort of social validation, or are you actually learning something? Like, is that something that comes across your mind?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, my chair just sinked in.
Okay, I'll start. Okay,
Bro,
so
I'm just gonna get.
Bye.
It's fine. We don't need Kabir. Please, someone continue.
Okay, so personally, while studying for a test, it honestly depends on what I'm studying for. Like if I'm studying history, I have no interest in history. Like I'll just study to get the marks, I have like a threshold of marks, right? And if I cross that threshold, I'm happy with it. So my parents get damn pissed because whenever I give an exam, I say it's good. But then that level of good is very different for the exam that it is. So for example, if I get just hypothetical example, if I get a 60 in history, I'll be happy. But if I get a 60 in like physics or something, I'll be like,
For our CBSE friends, the 60 is out of 80 and not 100. Our standards are not that low also.
If you're CBSE, feel free to kick off the podcast now, though.
No! We need our 72 subscribers.
73, bro.
Big moves.
Yeah, so for me, it depends on what I'm studying for.
I think for me too, it's similar. Like I have like thresholds, but mine is much more of a general threshold. Like I told my parents before my board results came out, 60 to 70, feel free to kick me out. 7 to 80, you can slap me once or twice. 80 to 90, let me stay at home, but I will be disappointed with myself. And 90 above, I'll be very happy. That was my best.
That's the weirdest rubric of marks and reactions ever.
The same for me as Samar just said, honestly. It depends on the subject, but like till 10th grade, honestly, it was very general. Like studying something like how are igneous rocks formed, I have no interest in that. I mean, I obviously have to get marks in that, but I have no interest in that. But now going to 11th grade where you get a choice of so many subjects, so studying something like political science, a chapter like law, I'll actually be interested in that chapter. It'll actually apply somewhere in the future. So I'll actually enjoy studying it and it'll just make more sense for me.
Tell me this, do you want to do law in India or like abroad?
Bro, honestly, it's contradictory because of football. Like, so because of football, I want to go abroad. But going abroad just for that purpose does not make any sense. So I'm obviously looking at schools in India, Jindal, and obviously which is the best law school in India. So thank you, sir. So just searching and trying to figure out what I can do, making most of my time right now.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Aryan Karwal is known as a colossus at the centre back position.
Oh no, that's making the cut.
Did Radhi's comment
Write that, I say. I'm just saying I didn't write that. I'm just saying that was right. I'm just saying.
Pretty funny.
I didn't know about the. I'm just saying.
He plays
Lisa, what about you?
for those people. Yeah.
Yeah, I do stuff.
I mean, I don't think you want me repeating the same thing again, but sure. I mean, up until 10th grade, you have your subjects. In May, I get above 85, I'm happy. But then the subjects that you're going to take further on, in May, above 95, so you need at
Lisa,
least.
tell me this. I was in your class. I was friends with you for a long time. Remember that time you got a 79 in maths and started crying?
Listen, that was very emotional, okay? I deserved an 85 at least.
So
On
no,
it.
what I think Swayam's trying to get at
Isn't
is
maths out of 80?
That's not the point. You get 5 extra marks.
Lisa
for
abuse in the
handling.
comments.
hashtag justice for Riza. Anyway, coming back to the question, like what Swayam mentioned is sort of an anecdote to like the question itself, right? So like when you talk about 79 on 80, you might personally feel happy with that or not. Does it depend on what other people see around you? Like let's say in isolation, there was nobody else that you just gave the single exam and you got 79 on 80. Would you be happy with yourself, and would that change as other people around?
Well, honestly, it depends on the subject, right? If it's like in English, where I know everyone's done in 65, let's say, then yes, I would be elated. But there are certain subjects where, you say to yourself, I need an 80 in this. I cannot get below 80 in this. So in that case, no matter who you're surrounded by, even if you're alone, you are to a certain extent disappointed.
So Lisa doesn't sleep much. Moving on to Kabir.
Right. Okay. Repeat your question, bro, because it was kind of.
Okay, I'll just state it again. Basically, what we're trying to ask is when you're studying for an
हिंदी में दो रहे हैं.
Alright. तो जब
बड़ा
आप
हिंदी और-
परीक्षा के लिए पढ़ते हो, आप क्या
No, stop it. You're gonna lose your viewers in India. Stop it.
भाई पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं?
जब आप पढ़ते हो, आप खुद के लिए लर्निंग के लिए पढ़ते हो या दूसरों के लिए
मार्क्स
पढ़ते हो?
चाहिए कि नहीं?
Never. Like since the 6th grade, it's just been a social. What do you say? I don't know the second word, but it's something social.
validation.
Not only a validation, it's like a pressure more over. Because ever since I've been a kid, we've been seeing those movies like Sharma Sir Ka Beta. So yeah, I mean like I usually shit scared of like shitty marks, and that like I cheated in a few exams. Right, I'm not gonna say which ones because maybe some college people are watching when I applied it like to be Bhargava, and this thing might pop up. But yeah, just because like I wanted to get good marks and like not to disappoint my parents, I've cheated. Even though I've known like every single subject up until this year, I've had no interest in, because it's not like you even have a choice to select these subjects. Whoever was the education minister was like, bro, I'm really jealous of the kids who are going to benefit from the new education policy, because they have it so easy. They have so much choice. It feels like.
I mean, in college, even we will though.
Yeah,
like some stuff is coming.
No, but
in
I think what Kabir is saying is at like this foundational level also we'll have that freedom of choose.
Yeah, and like from 6th grade onwards. Because our life would be so much more easier if we had like 5 subjects from 6th grade onwards.
I'm not sure that's true, honestly, though, because I feel like even if you're never going to use igneous rocks anywhere, it's great to have a basic knowledge of something so that you like. It's not like you're only going to do eco in life, right?
I don't agree with that.
We are not Republic TV, calm down.
The sheer suddenness of the move, the unexpected nature of the move, the unpredictability of the move, the fact that there was no warning.
No one remembers any of this.
Yeah, okay. This
Like, do you
Okay, so
remember this?
I think what Swayam is trying to say is the reason ICSE gives us these 10 subjects is because they want to give us the exposure to these 10 subjects.
I think, yeah, like Samarth was saying, you won't know if you're interested in igneous rocks until you've learned at least the ABCs of igneous rocks. Right? And similarly for like you, if you wouldn't know if you're interested in anything political or any of that stuff until like you're smart enough to make those decisions. because I don't see a 6th grader understanding the works of Locke and Rousseau and all of that stuff, right? It's just building your intellect and your abilities up. And I get that some people don't need to like study it all the way till 10th, but
Right.
at least till 8th grade, I think it should be there so you have some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I take back that statement maybe.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Even after-
what you said, I think 8th grade is actually like a key this thing in this, because I think by that time you know what you're interested in. Changing your subjects in a grade like 11th grade, which is your last 2 school years, I don't think that makes sense. Like 100%, you need a basic of everything. You need to know what you're interested in. You need to form your opinions on stuff. But if you do it, if you give people the choice of getting exposure to different subjects earlier and picking, okay, Kabir, thank you. That's really distracting, man. And picking which subject you think you would be interested in at an earlier level, I think that would be just more convenient and more enjoyable for students even studying. They'll just enjoy it overall more, right?
Question
So-
specifically to you, Karval. For the people who don't know, Karval dropped science in 9th grade to pursue EVS because he wasn't very interested in science. Do you regret that decision, and do you feel like people judged you for it?
Honestly, I don't regret it at all because I saw how much people struggled with it, and at the end of the year, people came to me and literally said they regret not taking the specific subject because I did my research before. It wasn't like a split-second decision कि नहीं अच्छा नहीं लगता पढ़ना नहीं आता, because I used to really enjoy physics. Like before 8th grade, I used to really enjoy physics. I know it changed a lot, but I used to enjoy the subject. But eventually, I didn't regret it at all. I saw how much people struggled with it. I saw that it wouldn't get me that much of an advantage. It would just slow me down in college, maybe. And not really like the judgment part, it got changed eventually. Like maybe 5 years before, or even 1 grade ahead of us, the seniors used to say, why would you drop science and all that when I was younger. But with our grade and with the people that were there, like hardly, I didn't really care enough, honestly.
Right. Just
Yeah,
to-
I'd agree with Karwal because, like, I took science mainly because it was the correct thing to do, right? I struggled like hell in 10th. In my board results, those were like, I had everything in 90. My science and my maths marks were in 60s, right? In those, I struggled so much in those like 4 subjects, like that brought my aggregate down to like 86. But like, yeah, I hate science. Like,
Right. So,
Okay, so-
questions I had from this.
when I go to the hospital, I get PTSD.
Okay. I've been trying to ask this question for 2 years. Okay. Oh, everything is fine. Okay. From this, just to end this discussion, I just had 2 questions that I want to ask. One was man of the ball. Okay. The first question I wanted to ask was that, do you think, and this might seem a dumb question, but I feel like, especially with the syllabus that we have and the way we're tested,
सीधा
Do you
सीधा
think-
बोलना.
if you like the subject, even if it's in ICSE and the way we're tested, you will still want to study for it.
Like you said that like you were saying a phone number.
Okay, I'll explain his
Repeat,
question.
please repeat, yeah.
I'll explain what he's trying to say. I'll explain what he's trying to say.
Bro, I'm
Basically,
trying to have jokes.
Kabir, shut up.
yeah, what Yajat is trying to ask all of you is, if you had the choice to choose your subjects, but we still had the same like method of testing that ISC currently has, would you still like enjoy studying that subject that you chose, or would it just be the same reaction as what you had till 10th grade?
Like right now, you got to choose your 5 subjects within whatever limited range we had, which is whatever. But like even then, do you still look forward to studying, or like is that like, because a lot of you mentioned that in 10 you had that problem of you didn't choose the subject, right?
Only
So-
for a few subjects. I mean, like some I just took because they were easier. Because my subject combination really doesn't matter. Because I'm looking in music colleges and school doesn't offer a music course. I mean, Sanjeev sir's gonna be teaching me how to crack Bhojpuri songs. That's a music teacher. So yeah, school doesn't offer that. And Yajat, please stop sending messages. That's very annoying. I forgot what I was saying.
Basically,
Moving on.
I think to summarize, it would help me. Like I'm saying, I can obviously speak from my own point of view, which I think a lot of people would also share in this particular what question you asked or whatever. So, ठीक है, confused हो गया भाई, हंस मत. It would help. Like obviously the method of testing hasn't changed, and I don't see it changing very soon. Maybe in the next few years, maybe later on for the next generation or next decade or whatever, maybe it'll change. But for now, it's not changing. But studying a subject again like political science, law, and all that, if you enjoy the subject, it still makes a difference. It's still you won't look forward. I don't look forward to studying, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it more. So that just makes all the difference in the world.
Okay.
The small stuff.
It's like that for me with I mean, also I would say the teacher matters a lot, because
Yeah, that's
bro, why you be laughing? I'm not done my part.
I am noob.
Because I remember like in 7th or 8th grade, I really liked bio because of my teacher. Like she explained it really good. And then 9th and 10th, what if the teacher sees this? The teacher wasn't and I lost interest in that subject. And like my current eco teacher, I knew him from before. Like I'd gone for an MUN with him, and that's why I enjoy eco a lot, because he teaches me, and like I feel like I have connect.
right.
Okay.
Okay,
next
moving on
question
from
is-
personal relations with our teachers, what do you guys feel about the phrase "marks don't matter"? Because that's something that's thrown around a lot. But like, do you think it's true?
I don't think so. Marks are given a lot of importance, but I don't think in any way, shape, or form are they a judge of a person's capabilities. You know, people have a tendency to say, "Oh, you're an 80%er," which means you're not smart. So I don't agree with that, perception of marks. But at the same time, this entire disregardment of marks, saying marks don't matter at all, I don't think that's entirely valid either, because we're in a educational system where you need that sheet, you need that statistical evidence. I am a certain level of intellectual, and this is my way of proving it.
if you don't get great marks, it's not necessarily the end of the world. But if you manage to get good marks, that's a good thing. It's never a bad thing.
It works in your favor.
Yeah.
I agree with Lisa's point of like the entire like something she brought out was the fact that like I personally believe that intellect and school marks are not highly related. I wouldn't like to point out, but they're definitely everybody has people in their grade that they're not quite smart, but they get good marks, and then like it's like you can clearly see that. I feel like this distinction is not made in most either schools or like at least mentalities that people obviously think that, oh, this guy gets really good marks or this girl gets really good marks, they must be really smart. I don't think that phrase gets into the picture.
Would you like to take any names?
I agree with like what Lisa said, because so I'll see it from the standpoint of maybe sports or football in general. If you want to go abroad, you want to apply to a college, the term that they use is student athlete. So it's student first, then athlete. So disregarding something like marks don't matter, that's crap, because they do matter. But again, what she said, she summarized it pretty well, like not as much as maybe putting your mental health on the line for or something like that. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and something to keep in mind is that someone that gets good marks doesn't mean that, like, to add on to what Yajat said, it doesn't mean you're smart. Someone can be good at testing, but that doesn't mean they have the ability to do what it takes to apply whatever they're learning in real life. Kabir?
As well as the knowledge that you learn in school is often like a stepping stone, right? It's not like whatever you learn, let's say you learn bio, whatever, geo, whatever, even if the subject is relevant to your syllabus, that
Definitely.
direct application never comes into play.
Yeah, like you
So, like,
slowly
let's say you have
move
a
from
5 mark or a
igneous to
10 mark jump.
metamorphic.
You're never gonna be at a what do you say, at a volcano site and be like, oh brother, that looks like some damn fine igneous rock. It doesn't happen.
Why are we hating on igneous rocks?
Igneous so much.
Like, it's simple for bad stuff in Indian education.
Okay, so talking about geography.
Those are found near volcanoes, just saying.
Wait, what? Okay,
What?
forget that. Talking about geography, it was one of my worst subjects until 10th grade, and let's just say Gary saved me with that formula. So when you get bad marks in a subject like geography, how do you tell your parents? And like, how do they react?
Bro, after the 9th grade, I just stopped giving flying
Yeah.
my marks. Yeah, because I'm like, I can't. My mental health is going crazy over this. I don't want to be stressed out about marks all the time. Because I remember, like in the 7th grade, I got like really shit marks in Hindi. And like I took that shit, I folded it like 32 times. I taped it, I stapled it, and I then put water on it so the paper like becomes, what do you say? Not paper.
Oh man, the one
This
time I
man
got
is the
bad
key
marks.
to renewable energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karwal, what
yeah,
about you?
Yeah, I'm saying just like hide the fact so I could like deny subtitles.
Why did you feel that? Though? Like why did you do that?
Because I felt like firstly,
Was
my
it that
parents
same
would
pressure?
get angry. They would get disappointed. They would be pissed off at me. I would disappoint them. Just that general stigma. Indian students have the highest suicide rate. Just showing that that's a grim thought. I'm just putting it there.
Why are you laughing, dude?
So if it's not if it's not like too personal to ask, have you had like a previous experience where you're like, let's say you got bad marks and your parents scolded you?
Were you not listening to his elaborate paper structure?
Brother,
No, where does this stem from? Like, is it just because you've heard people like this, like if I did this, it would be bad, or have you actually had an experience where
no, like
It is
if like
negatively
every
affected bad
day of your life, from 5th grade onwards, all you hear is study, get good marks, and you don't get good marks. It just builds up कि नहीं मुझे तो हरिद्वार भेज देंगी मम्मा मुझे नहीं करना.
ये जो तुझे कोटा जाना पड़ेगा यार.
Lisa, what about you?
So I think when you're telling Indian parent marks, you need to give them a bit of like a benchmark. You say everyone else in the class failed, so technically a 75 on 80 is brilliant. And on top of that, you need to make sure there's a bit of like an emotional roller coaster. You start off with bad marks and then you end on good marks, so that the last thing in their brain is, acha, okay, एक subject में तो 79 or 80 आ गए. So I mean, there's a certain
Okay,
process
just
to
to add
take
to
it
this, in the 8th grade or like 9th grade, I remember our teachers like gave all of our final papers to our parents on PTM. So like I did it like you said, like so first I said one very good mark, like my 79 was the first paper, then like a 61, then a 72, then a 75, then a 62, and then, just like having that alternate marks, like they
It's a really cool skill to have, to like be able to manipulate that thought process before your slipper comes.
Okay.
But
These are
Karwal, what about
parents
you?
watching this?
Yeah, bro. बहुत sensitive process होता है, bro. Honestly, telling your parents your marks. Obviously, you can't hide it because at the end of the day, देखो, you get your marks on your Monday. Next Saturday will be your PTM. Next Friday, Saturday will be your PTM. Both of your parents will go, and that's just your teacher just yelling at you and your parents just staring at you. So there's no point hiding it. So I think you should just phase it out into 2-3 days. मतलब today I got maths, tomorrow I got English, और परसों I got this subject. और फिर best subject अगर last में बताओ close to the PTM day, तो फिर कम मार्क पड़ेगी
यार फिर
basically.
एंगर बिल्डअप
और
होता है.
थोड़ा सा
और
senti भी होना पड़ता है,
देख भाई, would you rather die? No. Karwal, just to give it an analogy, would you rather die of slow poisoning over 3 days or one quick execution and be done with it?
How did this get so grim? Okay.
Yeah, Yajat, you were asking me, right, if I had any previous experience, and I just remembered because of something Karwal said. In like maths, like most Indian students, my maths was not that great, and I remember in the 8th grade I got a 78 out of 80.
क्या बोल रहा है भाई? still
Like
like
most
this.
Indians.
My Asians, maths, bro,
Yeah,
come
we're
on.
supposed to be really good at maths. We don't do badly in maths. We're supposed to be really good.
Okay,
Yeah, some of
I
us
am
try
really
Wow,
yeah.
I
So
forgot
I
to
got
tell you.
70 on 80 in maths, and that was like insane for me. And like I'm happy as shit. I come home, first thing I do, pick up the landline because you know it's that era. I dial in my mom's number. I'm like, bro, I got 78 on 80, and she's like, that's good, but 80 क्यों नहीं? And bro,
Oh,
दिल
yes,
में जो
yes.
खंजर लगा
दिल पे
मेरा,
लगा, दिल पे लगा.
दिल से बुरा लगता है यार.
That hit different.
I just cut the call. And
Have
my
you guys
mom
ever
came
lied
and
to
she
your parents about your marks?
Oh yeah.
called it in.
One time I lied about my physics marks. Only time I've ever lied about my marks was 10th grade only. It was a cycle test. First cycle test, very irrelevant. I got away with it. Like I told them they were bad marks, but I inflated them by a solid 15. They were still bad only, but it wasn't.
They're out of 40.
Much low.
You inflated them.
He's never gonna learn.
You inflated them by almost 40%.
Okay,
I hope you.
I got away with it also. But then a week later, our physics teacher decided to call up 15 teachers of 15 parents from our class, and my mother was one of them. It did not go well.
And she was like, "Oh my God, I thought my beta got 15. What do you mean?" Okay.
Yeah, so in the end, it turns out our physics teacher didn't even talk to my mom about my marks. But when I heard that she was talking to my mother, I came clean in order to make it less lethal. Didn't go well, so to say. But I worked my way and figured physics out finally. Khan
For
Academy.
reference, Swayam now lives in a hotel with his sister and his parents are at home.
यार एक दिन होटल में रहा हूँ यार.
What about you, Karwal, Lisa?
In short, 2 weeks worth of youth class
I've
episode.
never-
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, you go.
No, it's okay. I've never lied to my parents about my marks. I don't have.
Yeah,
the guts.
same.
Matlab, I don't need to, you know. Huh?
I think it depends on मतलब कौन से marks. If it's a cycle test or if it's a mock test, जैसे mock tests that we have right now, which are formative. But it depends on those. Like 10th grade में cycle test में you're not doing well. ठीक है, नहीं बताया चलता है. But then board के तो छुपा नहीं सकते ना at the end of the day. मतलब not possible. So there's no point hiding it till मतलब that extent. But मतलब थोड़ा बहुत चलता है. I think basically what I'm trying to say.
15 marks चलता है.
Depends on the subject.
हाँ 15 marks चलता है basically.
Kabir, do you mind? Thank you.
Yeah, so only
No, I wasn't asking you to speak. Switch off your slides.
चला के रखा है.
शादी लगा रखी है.
Yes, Kabir/Lisa.
No, I was just saying it also depends on the subject. Like in my family, as long as I used to pass Hindi, we were all celebrating. Like it depends on the subject.
Okay.
यार I don't agree with that. सब subject को equal वो देना चाहिए. मेरे maths में suppose 50 out of 80 आए, मेरे PE में 80 out of 80 आए तो celebrate तो करो यार. उसको अच्छा तो feel होना चाहिए. It's not fair.
So that
No,
happens
people
in
don't-
your husband. Like I like
Easy
maths.
subject है so it doesn't matter only.
Exactly. Like subjects in which I do well are just discounted. Like no, sorry, this doesn't count. It's only the subjects that you've done occasion. So I mean, it depends on the subject.
हाँ ठीक है, we got it. You study and stuff. It's okay.
What I wanted to ask was like this is a general trend in Indian schools where you have the topper is given this, like whatever topper, anybody who gets good marks is given this love-hate position where it's like you sort of secretly want to be them, but then you also hate them so much. So it's like, I don't know, I just want to speak about what is Samar doing? What is this professionalism?
Talk about your personal experience being that person.
I wonder who we are all talking about.
I want to get my door.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't get it. Like I feel like okay,
भाई
unless you're
mental
like-
breakdown क्यों हो रहा है तेरा? Chill मार
अबे
थोड़ा सा.
question क्या है भाई?
Talk about your personal
Question तो बोल.
experience.
भाई एक second, I need to take a piss. I'm just coming. 1 second.
Okay, moving on from this entire marks conversation. do you guys ever feel like you're doing something just to put it on your college brag sheet? Like, you're not just doing it because you want to do it, you're doing it because you have to do it.
I keep being told to do those things, but I can't bring myself to do them. Like,
I think I
they
know
be
what
like,
you're talking about.
Go work at an NGO, you know. I'm like, okay, it's a good thing to do. I mean, I like to help the rest. Like, I've done it on my own time, but I'm not gonna do it to show it on a certificate कि देखो मैंने ये किया है, मुझे ले लो. I've gone to orphanages, I've gone to old age homes in Faridabad on my own time, but I'm not gonna go just for a certificate. That just seems very odd to me.
Honestly, same. Like, I keep thinking that I'm going to do my own projects and I'm going to make it genuine and authentic. But वो भी नहीं हो रहे. पर फिर मेरा first one भी नहीं हो रहा. कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है यार मेरा तो.
I've come to a question for all three of you. Why was Youthcast started?
Do I
No,
look
but like
I
legit,
didn't have
like
attack?
the origin story of Youthcast is last year after AMU and Swayam and I were in the same committee and we worked together and we formed a bond. And then I knew.
And I am just
shut
here.
up, pile up. I knew Yajat was a smart guy because he was in my class. I'm like, you also come. I'm like, why don't we start a podcast after boards next year?
It was supposed to be a blog.
It was supposed to be.
यार मुझे बहुत पेंटी स्टोरी है.
It touched it. यार दिल पे लगता है. दिल की बात बोल दी मैंने.
And it was meant to be a blog, but then someone was like, I want to podcast because I want to smart sound.
You guys
Sound
read a
smart.
blog or something like other than one football article on an economics platform, would you read a blog? भाई आप जब काम करते हो Colossus बनते हो आप सेंटर बैक पे. Do you feel like
मैं ना चले जाऊंगा. Losses का मतलब क्या है bro? What does it even mean? Like till I read the word, I'm like, what is this shit? Who writes this?
This is what like the Edport podcast should be like. None of this makes any sense to anybody outside us.
Sir, आपकी ping 360 है. I mean,
guys, if anyone needs ideas for a social project, you know we are trying to make India digital. Get this manner out here.
Akhand Bharat.
Lisa, what about you? Any Colossus stories?
I don't know what the question was. Can you tell me the question, please?
When
Have you ever
do-
done anything just for the sake of doing it for college? Like NGO kara, 100 hours of social service kara, became head of student council, all of that stuff.
Shut up. No, so I think till a certain age, all of us did stuff just because it looks good on the college application. But honestly, you don't.
All of us. All of
Shut up.
us.
After a certain point, you only have time for things that you know will relate back to what you want to do or you're interested in. Like, I just realized how much time I'm wasting on this, and it's not even interesting. So I mean,
काफी political answer.
Remove कर दो भाई इसको.
मारो भाई.
भाई क्या कर रहा है तू?
Blur
We
करना.
can't put that. Dude, you're making my job hard. None of these guys are just laughing because they just don't do anything. I just send them a file, they review it. I have to do the work. Okay, so we've obviously had a new education policy after like 34-44 years. Do you guys think that's gonna bring some like change to this mindset about marks or something like that?
I don't think so. Policy बदल सकती है, but Indian mindset is very hard to change from what I've seen.
What do you think is more important to change? The mindset or the policy?
Definitely.
the
Right, so
mindset.
so like if they're saying that we're going to introduce these changes, we're going to give grades instead of marks, B people will still value an A+ more than a B, right? So, or whatever they're saying, right? We're going to be more holistic in our learning. Marks are marks at the end of the day. Indians will still value the marks. Maybe like they
Isn't it like a chicken and the egg situation? Like you need to fix the system before you start going to houses and saying marks don't matter as much, right? Like it's not like you can like it's very hard to reach the sort of parents or whatever and explain to them first. Like I feel like this is the only way a government can you can see it as a symbolic gesture. You can see even if it actually works or not. it's still like even when people read it in the newspaper as there is no division between extracurricular and
Basically, at least they're trying to make a change, right? And that's actually what that counts. That counts for something, right?
But what I believe they
might
should
be
do is like
trying
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they might be trying to make a change, and that's great. But the only way that change is actually going to take place if you're able to convince the parents, if you're able to change Indian mindset, which is why I think that needs to start first, because public opinion does have a huge the public itself does have a huge say, and public opinion does have a lot of importance, and that's
But
actually
don't you
what
think
is
that's what gets changed by some like a policy? Like, how do you change public opinion? How is that done, right?
Everything is incentivized. Like a simple thing to do is if you say Indian college admissions are going to be holistic in nature, then people won't be focusing on
Exactly.
marks so much, right?
Yeah.
So you need to make these small changes, and then they eventually. I'm not saying that one of them will be effective, but the second mindsets change, this changes, education policy changes, college admissions change, they all come together. Indians get super incentivized, like we do a lot of things.
like
This is a long way to go, but this is still a step forward in any case, right? Yeah, it's really long, but something is happening.
At the end of the day, the policy is the thing that determines it, right? Like, if you have the mindset of marks don't really matter, it's not like colleges are going to be like, oh, marks don't matter. Colleges want the policy. Colleges don't want the mindset.
I also think it's from the point of view, like when people say, when what I was trying to ask was when why are you scared of hiding your marks or whatever? Why your parents scold you if you get less marks? It's probably because in their time as well, to some extent this time, where marks have a pivotal role in deciding the stereotypical way of living life, which is going to college, good job or whatever. Like everybody's seen that Instagram post of, oh, if I don't get a pen, I can't give an exam. If I can't give exam, and that spirals down to like killing yourself for some reason. But like it's sort of that, right? If we change that, where you say, okay, just getting marks doesn't equate to a good college or a good life or whatever. If that distinction is broken, I feel like
in a perfect world, I would like want to not go to college. Because I feel like stuff I want to learn.
That's for part 2 of this series. Click the like button. We'll be discussing college. Yeah.
He was joking.
I remember Samira ma'am, my current class teacher, asked me 2 years ago that if you have the option of leaving school after 9th or 10th, would anyone do it? Like no one said yes. I was the only one, and yeah, I mean I've had this mindset for long.
But isn't that somewhat related to like your career, like your career choice as well? Because like
career choice.
Yeah, like if you want to be a historian, you don't have any credibility unless you went to like college to study history.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a musician,
my mindset.
Yeah, like I don't see why you would need to go to Berklee College of Music to like learn how to play guitar.
I don't think that's what they go for. Then. Sure.
Okay, Swayam is not that educated about how this College of Music stuff works. He thinks we go there to learn how to play instruments.
No, that's okay. I'm not gonna plug the brand. No sponsor.
So you don't learn how to play music at College of Music?
Swayam, do you learn how to speak English when you have an English degree? Is that what you do?
I mean, you learn how to use English for better, and like you learn how to get better at English, all of that stuff.
Exactly.
So that's learning only, na?
But that's what he meant. He just phrased it like guitar सीखने जा रहे हो वहाँ पे, like
sure.
Like that's just what he meant.
Sure. So in this podcast, we spoke about like what our thought process is going into an exam, what not during an exam but after an exam. What?
Anush video called.
Oh. So we spoke about like our mindset going into an exam, a mindset after the exam once the results are out, and its potential applications in the future and how that might change. I think we've got different perspectives from all of us, given the fact that we have different. Job chhod do main.
Can we play Fortnite right now?
If you wrapped it up, it's chill. Okay, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, because 70% of you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Come on, what are you doing, guys? Don't check out
Where
these guys'
is-
Instagrams because I'm not going to put it in the description. And
Hey, yo.
you want it?
What?
Oh, and also if you're interested in education, we have done a previous podcast with a Stanford admit, so go check that out. Spotify.
How
Apple,
to get into
whatever.
Stanford.
And we also did one on the education policy with a future college ad.
We didn't.
Future college admit. That's the most generic term you could give.
Future college.
यार और क्या बोलता है यार?
Okay, thank you so much, Lisa, Colossus, and Kabir for being here. It really means a lot to us that you took time out of your busy days.
Okay.